This is the team from the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights who have come here today to meet with the county commissioner, county criminal investigation officer, in response to what we saw in the news the other day. We saw the alarming news that 7 more bodies had been found in the River Yala. And this really concerned us because it reflects on what we saw in March, where some 30 or so bodies were found in the River Yala. And we thought maybe the whole thing was turning up again. And we found it important that we come out here and find out exactly what is going on. We have talked to the county criminal investigation officer, who has been very, very open, forthright, and forthcoming with information, and linked to what we found in Yala the other day, and what we saw in the morgue the other day, and the data he has given us, it actually ties up to what we got from the morgue. But still of concern to us is that from the March bodies, the bodies that were dumped in March, there has been no traction in investigating those cases. Issues of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial killings are very, very rife in our country. And it is sad that up to today, since the bodies were discovered, some of the bodies are still unidentified. That hampers investigations and actually slows down progress of everything. We are told fingerprints were taken and sent to Nairobi for identification. We lament the slow process of identifying those fingerprints. It shouldn't be take over 3 months. And we have asked the county criminal investigation officer to reach out to his counterparts in Nairobi to ensure that this process comes to an end very, very soon in a timely manner, because there are definitely families out there who are still wondering where their kith and kin are, yet they are missing. So I think it is only fair that that process of identifying the fingerprints be hastened so that then the investigations can be concluded. And that is something we are going to continue to follow up as a commission to ensure that there is traction. As a commission, we are also concerned that as a country, we have several cases of extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances. In the last month alone, we've seen quite a number of cases reported. And it is sad that as a country, we have not ratified the International Convention on persons who are victims of enforced disappearances. And we would like to call on our country to take steps to ratify that convention so that we can offer more protection to the people of Kenya in terms of enforced disappearances. Right now, the only remedy available to us and to victims is to go for habeas, an order of habeas corpus. And an order of habeas corpus is no good where the police say, we don't know where the person is. We cannot produce him. So it's a very, very difficult road for those who have lost their relatives or whose relatives are missing. And until we ratify that convention, we are left with very, very little remedies for those people. But we are also calling for investigations for the bodies that have been identified or the bodies that are found. And as a commission, we are following up to ensure that justice is done and merited to the people. Thank you very much. Well, it's very interesting because it's the same medical officer who confirms, yes, there are 7 unidentified bodies in the morgue. But he gave us a record and he signed it, where he states where each body came from and when he received them. And it actually shows that only 2 are from the River Yala. Only 3. Only 3 are from River Yala. 1 is the only one that's after March of the female, and the other 2 are part of the other lot because they were brought to the morgue on 27th of March 2022. And we have a certified letter from the same superintendent. Yes.
So in total, how many bodies are identified?
Right now, there are 7 lying in the morgue. But from the first lot, there were 13 were identified.
Out of the 32.
Yeah, 14 were unidentified and 3 are still in the morgue right now. So 17 are unidentified. The total they have is 30. 14 were already dealt with and their fingerprints taken. And the other 3 are in the morgue right now waiting for identification as well.
Where are these bodies?
The 14 were buried. The 14 were buried.
By the...
They were disposed of following a court order. Yes.
When?
I don't know the exact date. No, we are actually investigating. We came down in March. We continue to follow up the processes, and that's why we are here today, because we heard of further bodies. We had to come and see if there's a linkage with what we're already doing, and we are not ready to release any reports yet. But disposing of bodies is actually done under the Public Health Order Act, and you can find that order in court. I suppose if you went to the registry, you'd be able to find it. Yeah, but it's a normal process. It's not limited to this place. When bodies stay in a morgue, people can go under the public health order and seek to dispose. And we all know that morgue is very tiny. So they do not have room to retain lots of bodies there. They would always seek orders to dispose. But we are assured that all the DNA was forensically collected and is stored.